because I always had it with me, and I was known as the thumb sucker. Everybody would laugh at me, so that's why I have that picture of me sucking my thumb, because that's what I always did. And I want to relate that to I got a story about my great grandma Pryor. She passed away last spring. She's 94, and she didn't have many pictures in her house. She had a few. And one picture she had was a great big portrait, and I couldn't bring that in because my mom wouldn't let me. And I understand why. It was a painting. She knew a painter, and I was at her house one time, and I was sitting there sucking my thumb, and she thought it was so cute that she had a painter come and paint me while I was sucking my thumb. And so that's a big part of my life. I guess that's why I still have this blanket, and brings back a lot of memories and thoughts of when I used to sit in my house and sit in the corner of the room and suck my thumb and hide from my mom. Probably a lot of people wouldn't expect that about me. One thing that I love to do in my free time, other than fishing, which I do a lot of as well, is hunting. And when I was 12, hunting deer mainly, when I was 12, which was the first year I could hunt, I think I missed 8 deer that year or something like that with my bow, and I was really discouraged. You know, didn't know if I would ever be able to get a deer, and let alone get him. If I hit him, I wouldn't want to wound him, because I hate it when deer, any animal gets wounded, it goes off and dies, and someone doesn't find them to use the meat or whatever. And it was October 1st, 2005, sitting in my tree stand, leaned up against a tree like this, right over there. 2 bucks come out. This was one of them, and they sat over there locking up horns. And I don't know if any of you are hunters, but I started shaking really bad like this, and I couldn't even hold my bow up. And I stood up, and they're over there fighting. For no reason would they want to come over by my tree stand, because there's nothing over there for them to eat. That's just a crossing. That's why I have my stand there. For no reason would I expect them to come over by me. And it sounded like one of these deer sneezed. I don't know. I've never heard the noise ever again, like that. But it wasn't snorting. It just made that noise. And all of a sudden, it came running right to my tree, and I couldn't believe it. And I stood up, shot down on it, and I hit it, and I couldn't believe it because I closed my eyes, and I didn't see the arrow right away. And I thought I hit it, and I watched it go up there and start going like this, and it finally went down. And going from this to this, I set a higher standard for myself now. This is the last buck, one of the bucks I got this last year. And when I go out hunting now, if I see a buck like that, I kind of smile and laugh about it, because it's like the size of the first buck I got. But now I set a higher standard, and I look for racks that are like this and bigger. And this is what I've progressed to so far. And it's kind of unique that this is the last buck I got with my bow this year, because I shot it in the same spot, and it ran and died in the same spot as my first buck, which I don't know why, but it's just weird that it was laying in the same spot. So it's a little bit different. Next I will show my bedroom pictures. I'm very organized, I feel, for most guys who aren't very organized. I make my bed every day. This is my bookshelf. One more thing I'd like to talk about, and I just showed the picture of my room so I could show it, is you see all these tractors on my shelf. The Kenny family is very big into tractor pulling, and for those of you that don't know tractor pulling, you back a tractor in, hook it up to what they call a stone boat with a lot of weight on it, spin your tires, and try to haul it across the cement. And the person that can haul the most weight with their tractor wins. Our family does this every year, Maple Syrup Festival, Fridays and Saturdays. And as you can see, we've won a lot, because those are all tractor pulling trophies that line that, and we have 3 boxes downstairs that are full of trophies. A couple of those trophies there are from pedal pulling, when I used to pedal pull, which is on a little pedal tractor, and you haul as much weight as you could, and I won all but one of those. I think I won 16 or something like that, so I felt pretty accomplished about that. This is a deer skin that I made. Sorry, Mr. Gross, if you're not into that, but it's an animal skin. And I have my baseball bat down here, because we were just starting into baseball, so I just kind of put that. That's the least organization I have in my room because we were just starting that sport. I used to be a Packers fan. Now I'm just a Brett Favre fan, so I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan until he retires. This is a picture of my bed when it comes up. As I said, I make my bed every day, which is very unusual, but my mom always yells at me or used to take things away from me until I made it. So, and I have my own gun cabinet in my room, and I'm starting to get a good selection of those. This picture up here on the wall, these 3 baseballs, I can't collect every baseball I've hit for a home run because I remember the first home run I had in high school, I got done around the bases and I looked out there to see where the ball was, and some kids picked it up and were running away with it, and I never got it, so I was pretty disappointed about that. And Claire, they took it, but I kept a couple of them, and I had my first one from last year that I hit, and those mean a lot to me because I've put in a lot of time and effort into sports. As you can see, I'm a very sports-oriented person. That's pretty much all I do, and that's what I really did a lot of. Is I love to hit home runs, and when I do, I keep those in memory of me. Most people have an Xbox 360. I still have a PlayStation 2. That's what that is, and I still play it and prefer to play it over an Xbox 360. And this is my TV that I like to watch. So, like I just said, overall, I'm pretty much just play sports, and that's all I do. I'm going to miss it a lot when I leave high school, but that's why I'm thinking about possibly playing a college sport. And I'm a big family man, religious, and that's me.
Little golf clap for Westboard.